Hi, this is Wayne Handrack. I'd like to call the Regional Street Naming Committee to order. Brandon, can you call roll for us to determine a quorum?
I have Amanda Duncan.
Here.
I have her alternate Kyle Baters, who's also here.
Here.
Okay. Jen Delano. Think she could make it. John Walker.
Present.
Caitlin Cortez.
Here.
Leah Picotti. I don't think Leah's gotten on yet. Robert Johnson. Sarah Colacurcio. I didn't hear you, Sarah. You unmuted, but I didn't hear you. We're not hearing you, Sarah, but I can see that you're unmuted. Yeah, we can hear you, Sarah, so you might have to call back in or something or log back. I'm not sure, but your volume isn't working. I'll go on to the next one. Sean Chambers.
Here.
Wayne Hanrock.
Present.
Teresa Parkhurst. Leah Picotti's here. All right, Sarah, try to unmute. I still can't hear you. We'll go on to Megan. Megan Berner.
Here.
Okay. And Leah Picotti. Leah. Well, Leah must have fallen off. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 for a quorum, plus that's not including Leah if she calls back, and Sarah if she's able to.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Sarah's here as well, so we have a quorum. Sorry for the delay.
Okay. Trent, do you want to read us the instructions for providing public comment?
Yeah, I can do that. Members of the public may submit public comment via Zoom or by dialing into the meeting by telephone. To provide public comment via Zoom, log on to the Zoom webinar at the above link and utilize the raise hand feature during any public comment period. To provide public comment via telephone, press *9 to raise hand and *6 to mute and unmute.
Thank you. Okay, public comment. Anyone may speak pertaining to any matter either on or off the agenda. Comment shall be limited to no more than 3 minutes. No action will be taken on matter raised under this portion of the agenda until the matter has been included on the agenda as an item on which action may be taken. The committee may ask that a matter be listed on a future agenda during the public comment periods or during the following items: miscellaneous or announcements. Okay, so it's public comment, but we will be having a public comment section as well once we get down to the individual application.
I want to get Leah officially into the record. Leah Picotti, are you here?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, and let the record show that Leah Picotti is part of our quorum at 2:41 p.m. Go ahead, Wade.
Okay, do we have any general public comment?
I do. I have Mary Peterson, followed by Rajan Zed. Mary, I'm going to give you allow you to talk. Go ahead and mute, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Okay. Just go ahead and mute, and you can begin. And state your first and last name for the record, Mary. Mary, you'll need to unmute.
Okay. Hi.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Mary Ellen Peterson. I live on Mary Street, and I've lived here for 7 years. And I honor this area because it's one of the oldest in Reno. McKinley School District is part of this area. And the home I actually live on Mary Street, is behind a historical house that was built in the 30s. And the house I live in is actually the garage, the former garage of that house. And so it's actually part of the general Mary Street. But this alley, so-called unnamed, has been named Mary Street as long as I've lived here for 7 years. And not only the negative impact of the monetary issue, as far as changing everything I own and believe in and have and friends and everything, that's a big issue. And my husband and I are both seniors. We're in our late 70s. And we planned on, when we bought this house 7 years ago, to live on Mary Street forever. So I want it to be Mary Street because of that, and because the dwelling is special. It's part of this area. It's been part of this area since I've been here, and it's a historic area. And I think it would have a negative impact to change the name. So yay for Mary Street, from me, Mary. Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Mary.
welcome. Okay, just a moment. I'm going to have Mr. Zed next. Just a moment here. All right, Mr. Zed, go ahead and unmute, and you'll have 3 minutes.
I have my representative Elizabeth Webb Buyer. She will speak for me, please.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Go ahead, just a minute here, Elizabeth. All right, Elizabeth, go ahead and unmute.
Thank you, Mr. Roman.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, members of the committee and Mr. Roman, Secretary. And I'd like to just point out that this application that came in requesting the change of the name was signed by over 50 local clergy members. In addition, more clergy have recently provided letters. Reverend Blundell, Reverend Tony King, as well as Baha'i Secretary Candace Fife. Additionally, letters of support have come in from Devin Reese, who's a Reno City Council member, Ed Lawson, Mayor, as well as Alexa Hill, Washoe County Commissioner. In addition, various citizens, Patricia Perky Entwistle, Barbara Ramirez, and Jim Eaglesmith, advocates for interfaith work. Stephen Hine, engineer for the Reno Regional Street Naming Coordinator, has approved the name change. Since Mr. Mayor Lawson's letter came in just today, I'd like to read that into the record just briefly. Dear members of the Regional Street Naming Committee, it's my pleasure to express support for naming an easement within the city of Reno in honor of Mr. Rajan Zed, a longtime resident and internationally respected interfaith leader. Mr. Zed's lifelong dedication to public service and interfaith understanding has had a lasting impact both locally and beyond. He has delivered legislative invocations across the United States and Canada, including before the U.S. Senate, House of Representatives, and numerous state and local governing bodies, sharing messages of respect, unity, and mutual understanding. Here in Northern Nevada, his leadership of the Reno Gazette-Journal's Faith Forum since 2011 has brought people together of many faiths and backgrounds for open and thoughtful dialogue, strengthening the bonds within our community. In addition, Mr. Zed's international outreach has reflected great credit on our region. Through his travels and interfaith work across dozens of countries, he has represented Nevada's spirit of inclusivity, compassion, and civic engagement. Naming an easement in his honor, such as Rajan Zed Avenue, would be a fitting recognition of his enduring contributions to interfaith cooperation and community harmony, and would further demonstrate our shared commitment to a welcoming, collaborative community. And that was signed by Mayor Ed Lawson. Mr. Zed has an extensive bio, which I don't have time to read given the 30 seconds left. I would ask that this committee consider this change. He was bestowed with World Interfaith Leader Award and that came by the National Association of Interchurch and Interfaith Families. Thank you for allowing me to speak this afternoon.
Thank you. All right, I have no more hands raised for general public comment. There will be an opportunity for more public comment during the review of the item.
Okay, next on the agenda, number 4, nomination of approval of a Washoe County Regional Street naming vice chair from among the committee membership to serve a term of 1 year until a successor is appointed. Anybody have any nominations?
This is Amanda from Tumwa, Amanda Duncan, Tumwa. We'd like to nominate Kyle Daters as vice chair. Kyle is currently our alternate, and he's pretty experienced in committees and other city and county related things. So anyways, he has our support, and I'd like to nominate him.
I believe it needs to be a committee member.
Even though he's an alternate?
Sorry to
does that
jump in,
work?
but I believe Amanda, weren't you switching? Weren't you going to become the alternate and Kyle's becoming the member? Isn't that what you told me in your email? And you sent that
yeah.
before this meeting. So officially you're the alternate now and he is the member. Since
Oh,
you
I
made
thought that had to
change.
be, I thought that had to be
You could
voted
just
on.
give it to
Sorry,
me in an
guys.
email. That's fine.
Okay, well, then I'm the alternate. Yay.
Okay.
Is
you're
that
out.
okay, Trent?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Are there any other nominations?
I'll second the nomination for Kyle.
Thank you. Not hearing other applications. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Okay, congratulations. We have a new alternate or vice chair. Next is the approval of the October 23rd, 2025 agenda items. Has everybody had a chance to read that, or does anybody have any edits for it? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve as written?
I'll make a motion to approve as written.
Thank you.
This is John Walker. I'll second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Okay. Oh, I skipped over approval of the October 23rd agenda. I apologize for that. Can we get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
John Chambers, I'll second.
Thanks, Sean. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's approved. Okay, new business. Is Stephen on, and can you tell us about the new business item, Stephen?
Hey, Wayne. Yep, I'm on. Okay, you received one application since our last meeting to name an unnamed alleyway between to Rajan Z Avenue. The application was received on October 2nd, 2025. The easement is located within the city of Reno's jurisdiction, runs in a north-south direction, begins just south of California Street, and terminates past Mare Street. It lies between Forest and Plymouth Street as well. 47 addresses are estimated to be affected by the name change. The request is being submitted to honor religious statesman Rajan Z, with quite a few supports on the application. Washoe County GIS performed due diligence by checking the proposed street name against the master street directory for any existing duplicate or similar sounding street names. for the purpose of emergency management, and the street is unique and has been accepted into the street reservation list.
Thank you. And just for transparency, I wanted to mention that I did meet with Mr. Zed about a week ago. It just briefly described the procedure to him, but that's all the contact I've had with him.
I also met with Mr. Zed when he first started out. And it was just a introductory, how do I go about this type of meeting? And I directed him towards Steven, just if anybody needs to know that. So also I want to know that I got 8 phone calls that were against this over the course of the last week, that people just wanted to voice their opinion that they're against it. It's all for the same reasons, the time and money it would take to change their address. I also received, I believe, 3 more letters of support for Mr. Zed after the cutoff at 9 a.m. Just so you're aware. And anything that came in after 9 a.m. will be posted online.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yep.
The committee like to discuss this issue?
This is Leah.
Hey, Leah, you're cutting out.
The record. I do have a question for the applicant if they're available.
Mr.
Now?
Zed is available. You are kind of cutting out just a minute. Mr. Zed, you can unmute if you'd like to answer any questions she has. Okay, he's ready. He can answer you if you'd like, Leah.
He's also represented by counsel. Can you please put his?
Yes, sorry about that. Thank you.
My
You can also unmute Elizabeth.
My counsel will represent.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure if Leah's with us. She looks like she's frozen. Not sure if she's going to try to get back in. So for now, we might have to do another question unless Leah can get back on.
Do any of the other committee members have any questions?
Oh, Leah's back.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, I am back. Sorry about that. I switched my internet connection. We should be better now.
Okay, you're good. Go ahead. They're available to answer your questions.
Wonderful. So I know that there was strong support throughout the community for renaming this particular alley, but I'm wondering, out of all of those people who have sent letters of support and signed the application, how many of those are of the 47 people who are going to be affected by this address change?
To answer your question directly, it would appear that only one is directly impacted. Reno Buddhist Center is at the corner that is on Plumas as well as this alley.
Okay. And is there any particular reason that this alley was chosen?
I'll leave that to Mr. Zed to respond to.
I think naming a unnamed alley helps in various directions. So it is because naming an unnamed street offers a range of practical, cultural, and social benefits that can significantly impact a community. It is foundational for effective urban life, service delivery, community identity, and safety. Improve navigation and emergency response. Named street make it easier for GPS systems, delivery services, emergency responders to locate the address quickly and accurately. Delays can be life-threatening. And enhanced postal and utility services. Clear street names, streamline mail delivery, utility setup, and service maintenance. And named streets simplifies navigation for everyone, residents, visitors, and delivery. And it offers symbolic recognition to people that matter to the community. And associating a street name with somebody gives this enhances the city's character globally, because I am globally active. They also contribute to a sense of belonging and identity. Named streets can increase the sales.
It sounds like my
Hello.
part of the response was cut out. Ms. Bacati, it would appear that the long and the short of it is Mr. Zed had hoped that this perhaps would bring some attention to the authorities to maybe improve the plight of the alley. There is it's not in the best of shape, and there's some water that collects in places during the rain and that kind of thing. It is incumbent upon the owners of the easement to maintain that, and yet it's hopeful that it will bring some cohesiveness to the community. And just this whole notion of cross-cultural dialogue and the message of interfaith unity, peace among religions, building relationships. I believe that that would be a fundamental and kind of bottom line that my client is interested in.
Okay. I can understand that, but there's no specific tie between this alleyway and the requested proposal for the name. I mean, it could have been any alleyway, right?
Arguably, yes.
Okay. And then
The big
just-
alley, you know, and it is not well maintained. I drove over it.
okay, and I just want to be clear that while we're talking about all these city services and how it will be improved when it's named, I mean, we understand that these houses on either side, on Forest and Plymouth, have addresses. Like the woman who spoke earlier, she has an address, and it, you know, she receives mail there. I'm sure she could get emergency services there. So by renaming this alleyway, there would be a hardship imposed on her and 46 other people who then have to officially change their address.
If I could point out one thing, and this comes from a gentleman who's lived in Midtown for years, the odd addresses that are in alleyways but are tied to a main street that may have A, B, and C, that kind of a thing. Apparently, mail, if it's with the regular mail person, does accurately go to where it's supposed to. However, because Midtown is one of those routes that can be picked up as overtime, and it's a complicated part of town with splits and alley addresses and hidden mailboxes, it may be handled by mail personnel who are not familiar with the area. So there have been a number of instances when apparently mail in general does not always get to its designated place because of a lack of a consistency with regard to a named street.
Okay. I can appreciate that. I guess my other question, and I'll just wrap this up with this, is what sort of community outreach did Mr. Zed or the organization do to go speak to these 47 people who are going to be impacted by this?
To the best of my knowledge, there has not been active outreach. And in fairness, according to the record, some of the owners that have indicated that they've come forward were trusts. For example, Christie Indy Trust their argument was it needs an American name. The owner of Eagle Oil, PWH Eagle Trust, their response is no. So in fairness, there were apparently 3 property owners, including Ms. Mary Peterson, who's partial to the name Mary, today with regard to showing up. And I know that the city has noticed all of those affected individuals in their addresses that this hearing would be occurring today.
Thank you. That concludes my questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any further questions from the committee?
if the applicant wants to make a statement about this or a argument for it, if you will, feel free.
I just want to thank the committee for listening to our argument, and we hope that they will approve it.
Thank you, Mr. Zed.
That would conclude our argument for today. Mr. Zed has been very active in the Reno community for decades, and this is just one of the ways that I think the community could give back. And because personally, as well as for my client, I do think that interfaith work and dialogue, peace among religions, if at all, any time that could be highlighted, it is certainly in today's world. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else in the committee have any comments before we put it out to public comment? Hearing none, let's go to public comment. Brandon?
I have Mary Peterson. Mary, please unmute and state your first and last name for the record.
Mary Ellen Peterson. And I just want to say interfaith issues are lovely for those who want such a thing, and that's fine. And I'm sure this Rajid Zed is a nice person, and it sounds like he has quite a background, as do I have to say. Longtime teacher, longtime caregiver, lots of things in my honor, as well as my husband, and if I knew I had to say all those things, I don't say it lightly, but I'm important, as well as the other 46 people that live and will have to do a lot of change. And we don't want to do that. I would think if you care for Rajid Zed, I know you do, and when you said you had 50 ministers or religious people that were in his favor, that's wonderful. But what about a plaque or some kind of other way to honor Rajid instead of making all of us change our address? I would appreciate that, and I think he could understand that too. So that's what I think. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I don't have any other hands raised for public comment.
Wow, okay. Does the committee have any more discussion? Hearing none, can I get a motion one way or the other?
Leah Picotti for the record. I will make a motion to deny this street naming. The reason for that is that while I understand that there's strong community ties for Mr. Zed, I feel like the lack of support from the 47 people who are going to be affected by this is concerning. And I think that it could be reconsidered if we had some support from those neighbors that are directly affected. 47 people, 47 addresses is a lot of work. That's a substantial change. And I just can't support this if these 47 people are not generally in support of this application. Thank you.
Can I get a second?
This is Kyle Daters, Turkey Meadows Water Authority. I will second that motion for the same reasons. If there was an outreach done to the homeowners who are going to be impacted by this, I really struggle to approve it. So for that, I'm going to second.
Thank you. Okay, Brandon, can we call the vote?
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and do a roll call vote. You could say yay or yes, nay or no, whatever you prefer. So Caitlin Cortez.
Is just for clarification, Brandon, is yay a no vote or is yay a yes vote?
Yay is the yay is to agree, is to vote for her denial.
Okay, just
Nay
wanted to
is
clarify that.
Nay is to vote against the denial.
Okay, just
Everybody
wanted to
clear?
clarify.
Everybody clear? If you're not, okay. I'll start with you, Caitlin. Go ahead. Caitlin Cortez.
This is Caitlin Cortez. Yay. I also agree with the denial.
Okay, John Walker.
Yay.
Okay, Megan Berner.
Yay.
Kyle Daters.
Yay.
Leah Picotti.
Yay.
Sean Chambers.
Yay.
Sarah Colacurcio.
Yay.
All right, and that is it. That passes with a vote of unanimous vote of 6-0.
Okay.
Excuse
Just
me,
to
7-0. Pardon.
I voted yay, by the way, Brandon.
Yes, and 8-0. Sorry, I totally screwed that up. Wade Hadrock.
Yay.
Okay, so 8-0 to vote is unanimous.
And
To deny.
just a reminder, this is a recommendation only. This is not final approval or rejection of the idea. It can be brought up with the Reno City Council, who has the ultimate decision-making power in this case. That's all I wanted to say. Any miscellaneous or announcements?
Only that our next meeting will be in January. I have it right here in front of me. Maybe I should just read it. January 22nd, 2026 at 2:30 on Zoom.
Thank you, Brandon. Any closing public comment?
I'm just giving them a moment. I see no one raising their hand, so it appears that we have no closing public comments.
In that case, we will adjourn the meeting at 3:08.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.